Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 Houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Is here.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now, I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from... A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the officers. Well, the academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking, making you a professor like this. She may be up to...
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a crest scholar and professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you. I look too pretty for that line of work, do I? But yes, when I'm not teaching, I can be... If you're ever lonely, please do come and pay me a visit.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each.
Do you really not know? The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which... The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It's...
I'll say, I just hope none of those little treasures cause any...
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your...
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood after.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garrett.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, For now, I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care.
Of course. I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around. That is your first task here at the monastery. Once you have finished, may I ask a favor of you?
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around.
That's so. What do you think?
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength. I never properly introduced myself, did I? I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the... I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any... Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities. Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but... actually, that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. His house is that of Duke Ire, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him. If he had any work ethic or... He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he... She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but... Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy. To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious. So, you've accepted a teaching position. I wonder, I hope you've had a chance.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Right.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly... I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. Delightful news. I still have much to learn. In any case, welcome to the... I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention? Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know... Hello. Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue. He gravitates toward people who are... He's the adoptive. He has an extremely earnest Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a... I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface. Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She's cheerful and hardworking. Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend. She is diligent, industrious.
Okay? Hello.
What do you want? I am Yuritsa. I teach here. Weapon instruction. Leave.
Hello. Okay?
That's so. Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? I guess that means I'd better introduce myself. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone? He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already... That said... He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough... Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passion... He's the second... If you ask me, doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with others. Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty
I appreciate your effort. How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the right...
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our three. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by... Your heart has made its choice, then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More important...
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very... I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make...
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current... We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well.
Wait, so our new professor is you? I didn't see that one coming.
Easy, Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him. It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and... I'm sorry for the chaos you've...
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor. I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us. In our class, we try to treat each other as equals, despite any differences in age or status. Personally, I would love to include you in that inner circle.
You have a gut, Professor. I will take great joy from your teachings.
Petra, I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That you can't go around saying someone so slim and attractive has a gut.
Oh, please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language.
Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you... I may be the Imperial Princess, but here at the Academy... That said, know that I have high expectations of you.
Sure. Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
Why will the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in...
Not real ice, just the ice of... well, it just means let's get to know each other.
I don't want to train. Let's stay in the classroom and... Let's all calm down and have a nice cup of tea, how about?
I know we all agreed to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket.
They're not normally this... I do hope you can manage, Professor.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides with... You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything. Crests are a fascinating topic. But before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first... They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh, and are passed. Those who carry crests may excel at magic. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now, I suspect as much, yes. But we won't, as I said. Crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and that is how a crest usually presents itself, after all. Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even... Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. What could this line here be indicating? But what in the world? Oh, I see. It may...
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month.